Welcome back friends, this is Amashama here, and in the previous video, we were up to this. So here you can see that we have the params, and after that this is the ID, particular param we have, and we are particularly getting the parameterized out. Now in this video what we have to do, so in this video we have to pass this id, and so it will be like the object, so that is our param name and its value to the parameterized component. So to the component props we are going to pass this. So now without wasting any time, let's do this. So to fully understand this video, so you have to watch my previous video first. So I will leave the link in the video description. So in the previous video, I told how to create your custom parameterized routes for your custom React DOM. And if you don't know how to start with the React DOM, so I will leave the playlist link in the video description as well. So you can watch it from there first, and then you can move step by step. So now here we did one mistake. First of all, we have created the route component, so which is having the parameterized route. So this is how the parameterized route look, and here we have a issue. The issue is that our this JS is having the JSX element. So this is a parameterized component, so that is our JSX element, and it is having the props as we are using the TypeScript, so it is having a props there, and types will always infer. So that's why our compiler is saying that ESLint is saying that you have the parameters there, but in your routes component you are catching this. So you are catching just this one with the function, and this one is the return type of that particular function, but you don't have any parameters here, and that error we are getting here. So you can see the parameters, we are destructing the parameters, and then it is returning the JSX element. So this is a very big mistake that we did by applying this arrow function type of thing. So just we are going to remove this. So when we remove this, it actually solved this error. But why we are getting this error? So this is a just ESLint error. You can say that it is a type of warning thing. So it's saying that you have like declared the params in the props, but it is never used. So we can ignore this for now. But at the build time, you must like solve this issue, because you may have the error at the build time same like this if you did not off it in the ESLint JSON file. So now we have this parameterized component, and we have this one as well. And what we did actually in the routes there, so in the routes we did something, so that is here. So we are checking if the type of component is a function, so that we did in the actually the previous videos. So please pause at first if you don't remember about this, and you can start the series from the starting as well. And here we have a component, and just we are passing the default props, search parameters, and the params. So those we are getting there. So we are just getting the search parameters from the window location search, and we are getting the params from the current route, so that we have actually done in the previous video. So now what we have done here, so if it is a not type of function, so then we are just returning the component. That's it. We are not doing anything. We are just returning the component if that is actually a not a functional type of component like this. And why here we have the magic. So here when I will type the props here, and I will use destruction from the props. So let me console log the props first, and here I will save this. Let's go back, and I will reload this, and here we go. In the props you can see that we have many things. We have the history element as well, so that actually don't exist in the version 6 of the React for now, but now we have this history element. Here we go. So we have a scroll restoration auto, and we have a state null as well. So from the history element you can get the state as well, and we have a length, and after that we have a id. So this is actually the params, so that actually we are destructing here. So here you can see that, so we are destructing everything, so that's why you are getting the params there. And after that, let me go back. So here you are getting the params as well, so if you want to destruct the params, so you can do that. And after that we have a search params present. And if you don't want this, so we can remove this actually, because it will be good for creating the types for the particular parameterized component. For example, whenever you are going to create any type here, so sometimes you have to extend your type using this particular routes props types, like you can do like this. So we are going to create that also in the next video. So here we have the import, like you are importing the route props, or let it be routing props, from anything like that, from the types, or you can say that from the library and from the types. And then you are creating a type here, and here just like you are saying parameterize component props, and you are just doing the routing props, and after that you are extending it, and you can add anything here. So just like that, instead of any, so you will be using the parameterized route. So you can do this, but we are not going to do this in this particular video. So I will just make it any. Okay, and when I will go back here, and we are going to see this same thing, but here we have to remove this. So I'm going to remove this, so we will just have this params here. So we don't need that. So let's see how we can remove it. So here we have params. So to remove this, we can just do like this. So I'm going to remove this line. So that is a current route params. So we are destructing this. And I don't think so we need the search params as well. And we can simply destruct the default props. That's it. So we will have this whole object here. So let's go back, and I will reload it again. There we go. So you can see that we have a history, we have the params, and we have a search params now. So all things are available to the props by default. So now when you will go back to the parameterized component, and here what you can do, instead of console log, you can just destruct the params from the props, and here we have id, and you can use the params here, params. That's it. And here we actually have the issue, actually that params is object, so that's why we were having the issue here. So params dot id will be good, and I'm using this null check just for the cause it can actually break our application if params will be null. But although this will not be null, but still we can have a null check here, and here we will get the id, so that for that we will have the value here. Here we go. So we have the params and we have the id here, and after that you can do anything. We don't have actually that route. I'm going to change this. Here we go. So we have the changed id. Let me zoom it a bit. Here we go. So we have the id like this. That's great. So now let's try the double params. I'm going to do this, and we are going to remove this. That's great. So we have the parameterized component here. Actually this should also work, but here we will have an issue, so that we are going to solve in the upcoming videos as well. So here the issue is that we particularly have the object and we have called the JSX element. So it will work like this, like it will just give us JSX dot element as well. So same, it will work like this. But here we have an issue that whenever we need props in the any component, so we have to destruct here. So but I know that this one is the default thing, and this one is the default behavior, so that should be like this. But here we will do something extra. So like we will automate this so that if we have called this function, still we will have that props in this particular component. So that thing we are also going to do, but not now. So for now, let it be like this parameterized component, and I will save this. And here we have the ID. So let me go here. Here we have the ID and we have an extra param, so that is the age. So here, remember that. So we have two params. Here age can be null. So that's why we have to check the null, we have to add the null check as well. So here we are going to do if params is having a age. So then what we are going to do? So we are going to add the age as well. So here will be the comma, and here will be the params dot age. That's great. I think I'm missing something. Yeah. So if there is not anything, so this is a tertiary operator, and if we have don't anything here, so just we will have a null string, or you can say that empty string. And here we go. So we have the ID here, and let's say the age as 20. Here we go. So we have the both params, and you can add many modes. For example, let's add one more. I'm going to copy this and paste it here. So with the age, let's add anything, for example, height. Save it. So when I will go back here, and I will just like refresh this, and here I will add something like height. Let it be like 5.12 or 5.11, and press enter. And here we go. You can see that in the params we have age, height and ID, but here we are not showing that. So that's good. So this is how we can infer the parameterized route. So let's create a type as well for this. So to create a type, we will go to the library, and here let's go to the routes, and here we will create a type here. So let it be export type routes, uh, let it be route props, or let it be route default props. And we will have the few things such as history will be there, so that will be the same as history element. And after that we have the search params, so that will be the same as URL search params, so where we will have the function availability such as dot get, dot set, like that thing. And after that we will have the params, so that will be in the object, so it will be the same like record type of string and string. So I'm just going to save this, and let's go to the index, and we are going to export this type. So from the components, let's export type, and that will be from route, and that type will be route default props. I think this will be having the error. Let me check. Oh, it is from the routes. Here we go. So we have exported this, and now let's go to the parameterized component, and here I'm going to import, and let import the type route default props from the library. That's great. And let's create a type here, parameterized component props, and we have route default props and other anything you want. For example, if you want the children, you can have that, and that will be a particular React node, so you can do anything here. And probably we will add this here, and here we go. So when you will go here, we have a history, parameter, search params, and children. So this is how you particularly can have this parameterized out here. Yeah, so that's great. And this will solve this issue as well here, and probably, but we will still automate this, and I think so that will be good. And here we will have something like props, and it will be of type any, or let it be route default props, and just you can pass like this for now. So this one will be our extra. So this is how it's work. But for now we can have this thing, so we can have this optional, so that will be great. So why I'm adding this optional here, so you can see that until I'm not passing the props here, so I am always like getting some issues. So I'm not doing anything here, so still sometimes I actually get that issue and sometimes that not. So just for the safest case, uh, let me show you that again. So I'm not passing it here, and I'm removing the optional one from here. Just save this, and here we go. So you can see that, so props, route default props are missing from this. So that's why I don't want like there should be error like this. So this will be the optional one. That's how we will not get the errors. That's how it works. Awesome. And let's do one thing also here, and so that will be, so if I'm applying the type here, so this should infer from there. So we have a params, record string, undefined, and let it be like this. So it is a, yeah, I have to change the route, change the like type here. So it should be record string only, but we don't want this string here. So what I'm going to do, so I'm going to the particular param route and just remove this. So here we will not have that issue as well. That's great. So it's working perfectly, and when I will refresh this, so we don't have an issue, so we can go anywhere. That's great. It's working perfectly. So for this video this is enough, and if you have any queries, please comment in the section. I will definitely respond to that. And in the next video, let's create the hooks for this one, use params hooks and other type of hooks. So thanks for watching.